Why some people like tattoos and others don't. Tattoos. For some, they're a masterpiece. A personal story etched in ink. For others, they're like pineapple on pizza, a hard pass. So, why do tattoos spark so much love or hate? Let's take a closer look, and maybe by the end, you'll either be Googling tattoo shops or ordering long sleeves. The love for tattoos. Tattoos have been around for over 5,000 years. Yes, even Otzi the Iceman, our frozen ancestor from 3300 BC, had some ink. Imagine being so cool your tattoos outlive you by 5 millennia. Goals, right? In ancient Egypt, tattoos were a sign of status and protection. Think of it as their version of a fancy LinkedIn profile. Polynesian cultures used tattoos to mark life milestones, like achievements or important rites of passage. Today, we do it to commemorate things like breakups or your love for that one band you'll definitely grow out of. Tattoos, for some, are like potato chips. You can't stop at one. You get a cute flower on your wrist, and the next thing you know, your whole arm is a botanical garden. But the deeper reason, tattoos can be a way to express identity, creativity, or rebellion. It's like saying, "This is me," but louder. For many, tattoos tell a story they never want to forget, or a decision they'll regret at their high school reunion. Tattoos can also be practical, at least in theory. For example, someone might get their entire body inked with an elaborate design that just so happens to double as a map for a very specific, escape plan. Not saying it's a good idea, but hey, it's creative. Though, imagine trying to explain that to your tattoo artist. I need a full sleeve of intricate patterns. Oh, and can you hide a floor plan in there? No reason, just, aesthetics. In ancient Japan, tattoos were initially used as marks of punishment, kind of like a permanent post-it note for criminals. But over time, they evolved into intricate art pieces with deep symbolic meanings, especially among the Yakuza. From punishment to prestige, that's a glow-up. Native American tribes used tattoos for spiritual purposes, showing the wearer's connection to their tribe, their achievements, or their spiritual guides. Think of them as ancient Instagram bios, modern tattoo trends, and today, minimalist designs, watercolor effects, and even UV tattoos are trending. Yes, UV tattoos, they glow under black light. Perfect for parties or raves in the 2000s. The tattoo turnoffs. Now let's talk about the other side. Why do some people look at tattoos and think, why would you do that to yourself? Some people associate tattoos with impulsive decisions. Why would you make something permanent when I can't even decide what to eat for dinner? In certain cultures and religions, tattoos have long been taboo. For example, in Orthodox Judaism and some sects of Christianity, tattooing is seen as altering the body, which is considered sacred. Or maybe they just don't want to deal with Aunt Karen's questions every Thanksgiving. What's that? A dragon? A snake? Is that Satan? Others might shy away because of the pain. And yes, getting tattooed feels a bit like being scratched by a sunburned cat. Except it's a cat that charges by the hour. In addition to Judaism, did you know that Islam also discourages tattoos? It's believed that tattooing alters Allah's creation, and many Muslims prefer henna as a temporary, non-invasive alternative. The science of ink love or hate. Let's get nerdy. Did you know that liking or disliking tattoos might have something to do with personality? A 2016 study found that people with tattoos tend to score higher in traits like openness to experience and extroversion. Basically, they're more likely to say yes to adventure and to that questionable tattoo idea at 3 a.m. The dislike for tattoos might stem from a personality trait called conscientiousness. If you're big on rules, order, and, well, permanence, tattoos might not be your thing. Some scientists suggest that our preference for or against tattoos could be tied to evolutionary psychology. Tattoos might subconsciously signal strength, individuality, or even reproductive fitness. So, basically, tattoos are the caveman version of a dating profile. Likes hunting, fire making, and decorative body art. Your immune system is actually what keeps tattoos in place. White blood cells called macrophages trap the ink particles, holding them in like tiny ink-filled balloons. Pop culture and tattoos. Tattoos have exploded in popularity thanks to celebrities. David Beckham made full-sleeve tattoos mainstream. And then there's tattoo reality TV Ink Master, LA Ink, Miami Ink, where drama meets design. These shows gave us a peek into the artistry and the occasional questionable choices. Let's not forget those viral fails. Like the person who wanted, "Don't let the pigeon drive the bus," and ended up with, "Don't let the pigeon dry the bus." Spell check, folks. It's free. Tattoo facts and fascinating realities. Alright, let's get into some straight-up tattoo truths and fascinating realities you might not know. These are the things about tattoos you can take to the bank, confirmed, no myths, no hearsay. Your skin never stops trying to get rid of the tattoo ink. Did you know that your body constantly tries to remove tattoo ink? White blood cells are like your skin's tiny cleanup crew, attacking the ink as if it's an invader. But don't worry, the ink particles are too big for them to carry away completely. So, they just keep holding on to the same particles for years. It's like they're hoarding ink particles because they might need it someday. Your immune system is basically the most stubborn roommate ever. Tattoos can actually help with mental health. For some people, getting a tattoo is more than just art, it's therapy. Studies suggest that tattoos can help with emotional healing. Survivors of trauma or loss often use tattoos to reclaim their bodies or honor loved ones. Though, no guarantees your therapist will accept "got a sick dragon tattoo" as a legitimate coping strategy. Red ink can be tricky. Not all tattoo inks are created equal. Did you know that red ink is the most likely to cause allergic reactions or irritation? It's because of the metals used in the pigments. But don't worry, your tattoo artist will let you know if you should avoid it. So maybe think twice before you go for that giant red rose on your back. Unless you want to look like a walking sunburn for a week. Tattoos and the workplace, a growing acceptance. Here's one for anyone worried about getting a job with visible tattoos. While tattoos were once considered unprofessional, surveys show that more than 70% of employers now say they're comfortable with tattoos in the workplace, especially in creative fields. Unless, of course, you walk into a corporate job interview with YOLO tattooed across your forehead. That one might still raise some eyebrows. Tattoos can act as sunburn detectors. Here's a weird one. Studies have shown that tattooed skin is more sensitive to UV rays than non-tattooed skin. So, if you've got tattoos, you might feel a sunburn coming on sooner than others, and that's your cue to slather on the sunscreen. Think of your tattoo as a built-in weather app. UV levels today? High, according to my burning forearm. The world's most expensive tattoo. Did you know the most expensive tattoo in the world wasn't made with ink at all? In 2013, a South African company created a tattoo using 612 diamonds embedded into the skin. It cost over $900,000 and wasn't even permanent. Imagine explaining that to your friends. Yeah, I got a tattoo. It only cost as much as 3 Ferraris. Let's hear your take. Alright, now it's your turn. Are you tempted to join Team Tattoo? Or are you firmly staying ink-free? Here's a fun challenge. If you had to get a tattoo, no matter what would it be? Drop your ideas in the comments. And hey, no judgment if it's a stick figure of your dog. By the way, the Guinness World Record for the most tattooed person is held by Lucky Diamond Rich. Over 99% of his body is tattooed, including the insides of his eyelids. Dedication or madness? You decide. That's it for this week's Curious Take. Like, subscribe, and let's keep exploring the fascinating quirks of the human experience. Until next time, stay curious.